On the Wade Radio Show. On the Wade Radio. On the Wade Radio Show, where it's much more than music, it's ministry.
Of course, DJ Wado. We are here with Marz. I think what a lot of fans don't realize about you, like when people hear these songs, they just, they hear the voice, think it's incredible. You actually wrote a lot of these hooks and a lot of these features.
Yes.
That you're on.
Yes.
Including one you wrote apparently in this floor right here that we saw in the Saturday morning cartoons with Andy Mineo.
Yes, I did. Which is one of the most awkwardest writing sessions I've ever been in.
What was awkward about it?
Because Andy was doing his whole, just the whole how we even got here was, so spur of the moment. It was like, get Marz in the studio now. And I was like, oh, man, I need to get babysitting. So I rush over here. And then I don't know. I guess I assumed that the hook was already done. Okay. And, they just wanted me to sing it. I was like, that's easy.
So you thought you could just step in the booth and
just bam, bam, get out of there. No. JR was like, all right, here's the hook. And then he, is singing me the melody and no words. So I'm like, oh, okay. And he goes, all right, now write to that. And I was like, wow. What? And then Andy was
pressure.
I know. And then Andy's like, and then there's no verses because Andy did all his recording afterwards.
Yeah.
And so he's like, there's something about Peter Pan and Neverland and going on a journey. And I'm like, yeah, okay. All right. And then he's doing a documentary on top of it, right? So then I have this guy with a camera in my face. And I'm kind of old school with my writing. I write on paper and pen.
Sure.
And so I'm just writing down in my notebook, and there's this huge camera looking at my paper, and all I'm thinking is spell everything correct. And I'm like, how do I spell the? I'm like, T. Best handwriting is spell everything right. And then my brother is here. So my brother is sitting next to me, and he was just like, well, this isn't awkward at all. And so then I guess the guy doing the film, I'm sorry, I don't know his name, but I guess he got the hit, and then he just laughed, and then I just wrote the hook, and we sang it, and I was like, I wrote it, sang it all in one night, and then we went out to eat. So
did you do it in kind of one take?
Yeah,
even
basically, yeah.
Wow.
I just wrote it, and then Andy wrote the B chorus, of course,
okay.
The turn up part, and then I just recorded it. And then we went out to eat, and then we had fun. And that was that. Just a night work. Just
what about the beautiful eulogy?
Beautiful eulogy. Okay, so Braille hits up my husband, and he's like, man, I have this song, and we're doing our project, and we are killing it. I'm so depressed about the song. Our chorus sounds crazy. And he's like, you think Marz can write something? And they were like, we want something like Jesus is saving us. And then I was like, I got this. No, I'm just kidding. I just read a John Piper. He made a reference to my dragon skin, from gosh, I can't. I'm going blank. Oh, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The C.S. Lewis books, and he made a reference to my dragon skin falling off, and I remember reading the title, and I was like, man, that's so good, I want to put that in a song. And then the whole beautiful eulogy came up, and I was like, I'm gonna fit that in this song somehow. Sure. And then we just went from there, and I wrote it, and we recorded it in our studio, and we just sent it to them, and they were truly grateful for it. I mean, Rail was just like, man, you literally saved the song. No pun intended, but he's like, you sang this song, and because it was sounding bad, and I was like, oh, no problem, but it was cool, getting all these opportunities out of nowhere, it's mind-blowing sometimes.
It's gotta be. So where do you draw inspiration from?
Oh man, I draw inspiration from life, from movies, from
John Piper books.
John Piper books. Sermons, books, just anything basically. I feel like I'm always gonna write. I don't really express myself verbally very well, like interviews. But I can write for days. Like as far as like what my heart really wants to say, I can write it out. And I feel like when I write, I'm always gonna write. I feel like God gave me that gift just to write and to create, and obviously He's the creator. And I feel like it's like I'm just expressing what the creator has made, you know. And it's like an artist, an artist sees something and they're just going to paint it and see the point of view that they see of it, And I'm like, and so it's kind of like that. Like I like taking an emotion and making it sonically, just creating it sonically, and that people can like, enjoy it or like, yeah, I went through that too, or, or I've been there, or I'm in there, So yeah. That's how my creating goes.
That's how the creation goes. Do you just write anywhere? Can you? Well, I guess obviously after the Andy situation on the floor, you could probably write anywhere. But where do you do your best writing at?
I shut everything out, so I guess I can write anywhere. Like my head is in my lap. Like a studio session with me is not glamorous at all. Like I'm in the corner. My head is literally in my lap. Like I'm just shutting everything out, and I just write. And then people try to interject, and I'm like, shh, no, I just gotta get this. And then we'll fine tune it together as far as like syllable wise and all that.
Yeah. So you write in the studio, not before? Because I know some people like to create the music and take it home, marinate, do some stuff in the shower, some stuff in the car.
It happens so. My stuff, I write by myself majority of it. Like my personal songs and stuff, I write that by myself. My last EP was all songs that were basically already written, and then I just collabed with my husband, and they put music to it. I play piano and I play guitar, so I write the gist. Like for instance, like "Let Me Go" was really a piano song, and I just played it on the piano. And I sent it to my husband and my brother, and I'm like, "Here's my new song. What do you guys think?" And then they take it to a whole nother level that I can't, because if not, I'll just be like an acoustic artist. So, so they just go and run with it, and then I come back and record it. So that's how we work.
What instrument do you like better? Piano, guitar?
I favor piano. I favor piano. I was actually taught piano. Guitar, I taught myself, so it's more like I just play random chords that sound good, but I don't really know what I'm playing.
I love it. I love it.
What's it?
No, I thought you were looking at me earlier saying.
Hot.
Radio show on the way to radio, on the way to radio show where it's much more than music, it's ministry.